Hi all, welcome back to Terror on the Round. I'm Michael. You remember my assistant, Reggie Rock with a handbag? So far on the journey around what I'm calling the Wheel of the Tarot, the Wheel of the Suits, I've looked at the existential court cards, the King and Knight of Pentacles and the King and Knight of Wands. I've moved around to the active suits. So we've dropped pentacles, we've added swords. Now, moving one step further along, we get to what I call the abstract suits, which are swords and cups. So, that way up first. The Page of Swords. Pure swords energy. Pure thought, pure word, versus the Queen of Cups. Pure cups energy, pure connection. But to really put this in perspective, for me, cups and swords are the difference between how the world is seen and how the world sees. Okay, put it this way. I am recording this video right now. I am saying these words, I'm having these thoughts, and that is me in my swords. You, watching this video, are forming an opinion of what I say and do. And that opinion of me is me in my cups. So it's that barrier between being the experience and experiencing something. So that to me is abstraction. It's all theoretical. There's debate about whether this video is good, whether I look fat, whether love is love, whether Reggie Rock with a handbag is as she is so often described, with words that I cannot put on the internet or I will have to age restrict this one video. So, what happens when those two energies mix is what results in the Queen of Swords and the Page of Cups. And as with the rest of what I'm looking at in these, I want to interrogate what happens when the position in the court leads the suit versus whether it blocks it. And I actually want to start with the Queen of Swords, who is broadly described as independent and self-assured. Like, the swords are the suit of intellect and reason, which means the Queen of Swords is intellectualizing and interrogating emotion and one's perception as viewed by other people. Now, because of that, it's hard to not talk about these without talking about the idea of being self-conscious. And the Queen of Swords upright is not self-conscious. She is the Queen of Swords. She has mastered her emotions, and she articulates them and wields them in a way to be perceived the way she intends to be perceived, which is in contrast to the Page of Cups, particularly the Page of Cups reversed. And this, to me, speaks of emotion overcoming intellect. It's recognizing how you are seen, but not really recognizing what to do with that. It's a long way to go before becoming the Queen of Swords, versus a Page of Cups upright. Now, a Page of Cups upright is allowing those perceptions to open opportunity. It's excitement, it's ambition in a way not like the Knight of Swords is ambition. It's more okay, to talk about them together, the Page of Cups is intellect driving emotion. It's being excited by something and then investigating it, chasing after it. It's an inherent curiosity about one's place. But it is also, and remembering, these are the abstract suits. So it's not just about how others presently see you, it's about how you see the abstract versions of yourself, past and future. So the Page of Cups is also a card of excited reflection. It's the remembering of the past and embracing it, for me. Versus a Queen of Swords reversed. It's almost, as with a lot of swords, I read them as an overthinking of things, or a hypercritical of things. So if a Page of Cups is looking fondly on one's past, the Queen of Swords reversed is looking critically at it, nitpicking, needling, just poking away and trying to find something that doesn't suit her perception of herself. Sometimes it can also be good to ask what came first. And that can be difficult because if we're talking purely in the abstract suits, there's sometimes no right answer. Did that mean comment on the internet really reflect me? Is, to me, the dance of those two energies trying to decide, is it a page? Is it a queen? Am I curious? Am I critical? Am I taking it personally? Am I taking it constructively? And since it's abstract, there sometimes is no right answer. But what's important is knowing one's own soul. And sometimes we need to be reminded of how to be seen. Because there is a temptation to withdraw in those circumstances. There is a desire to put the cup on the shelf. There is a desire to sheath the sword and not interrogate one's own feelings, oftentimes about oneself. I marched in the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras this past weekend. For the third time in my life, and for the first time in more than a decade. And I realized at the end of it that my biggest critic of that experience was myself, because I took the time to really interrogate those emotions and figure out how to be seen with kindness instead of allowing my own sword to cut me with the double edge. I can feel an excitement and anticipation for next year because I have this experience that I can abstract and really pull into my soul to make it something good. And I really have a lot of people in my life to thank for that, because they're the ones who reminded me that I was not nearly, frankly, as tragic and uncoordinated as I think I was. And that's the point of deliberate and passive abstraction. It's that difference between, am I looking at it from the right perspective? Sometimes you can be curious. Sometimes you can be critical, as long as it's done with compassion for oneself. Know your soul and live in it. Next week, I'll be closing out this wheel with the passive suits of Cups and Pentacles. In the meantime, please be safe. Please find joy. And I'll see you then.